Correct. Ladies and gentlemen, karibuni, hamjambo, from wherever you're tuned in. This is Word Cafe. Kama kawaida Jumapili tunachangamka. Leo niko na mabwana wa kutosha wawili. They will introduce themselves, no problem. Welcome, tuko chonjo na we are tuned in from somewhere in Mombasa. Mungu akipenda mtajua ni wapi. Bwana VTT, how was your week?
Thank you very much.
We missed you last week.
I missed you too, guys, and I miss all our live stream audience. It feels odd on Sunday if we don't do the live stream. My apologies due to circumstances that could not be avoided. I think we had traveled to different places, and it made it slightly different, or rather difficult for us to do the live stream. But on my own behalf, I want to honestly thank Word Cafe for this opportunity once again. We're always honored to be here and have these conversations together. And today I'm delighted we have a third voice in this conversation.
Did I tell you that all circumstances can be avoided?
Come again?
All circumstances.
How can they be avoided? We'll come back to that. Otherwise, thank you. We are here and we are glad. Join us, share on the live stream, both on Facebook and YouTube. As usual, I'm yours truly, Vincent the Trainer. You can call me VTT.
Bwana Frank, tell us about Frank.
Frank.
Beginning by your name.
Frank Angolio. First of all, thanks for having me. I'm the lead consultant at Lampstand. And at Lampstand, we work with organizations in terms of business model and strategy review, team building, leadership programs, stress management and depression.
Stress management and depression.
Exactly. Okay. Yes. So that's professionally, that's me.
Okay.
Yes.
There we are.
Especially during these times of COVID, you know, I was very keen when he talked of the stress management and the depression. I was reading some data the other day, and actually it's very precedented that right now the numbers of people who are getting depressed as a result of the economic turmoil and also the health element is really increasing. So I believe through Lampstand Talks, this is a conversation that can be enhanced and a discourse that should be out there in the public, so that safe spaces can be created for conversations that can actually elevate the mind and save a lot of souls from this cancer known as depression.
Okay.
Yes.
Can we go to one-to-one?
Twende nalo. This is always a very interesting segment. I think we'll want to hear what you brought today. Let's do this.
When you hear the word masks.
When I hear the word masks, what comes to mind is COVID. Yes. Before COVID, I had seen masks in a surgical theater, but I never knew it could be the norm for us to wear. So COVID comes to mind.
Frank?
Masks. COVID. Like, we just have to mask up right now.
I'm different.
Yes.
When maybe I'm in the shop or I'm on the streets nikisikia masks, najua ni police.
By the way, because actually I was watching something on TV, and somebody was asked, so why do you wear a mask? And he went straight Kenyan style.
Police.
Inavaa kwa sababu ya police. So you're right. You're very right.
Number two, ukisikia Sonko, what comes to your mind?
Sonko, when I hear Sonko, is synonymous to the Nairobi governor. But with a twist, I also see arrogance.
You see arrogance.
But apart from arrogance, I also see struggle. Yes, for me, that's what Sonko ranks in my mind.
Frank,
I think for me, it's a bit, there's this narrative Sonko is trying to come up with. He went to State House and he was given liquor. So everything that is happening right now, it's because of what he took State House. And right now I'm very careful. I come to your office, you offer me something, please. I'm okay.
Like that.
I'm okay. That's what I learned, because at the end of the day,
Chai, maji,
no,
soda.
I'm okay.
Better safe than sorry.
Yes, let's do the business on the table. I'm not taking anything. I'm okay.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Are you sure?
If,
Hata kuonja nini?
no.
Like
I don't want to undergo the pressure Sonko is going
Okay,
through.
word number 3, sorry. Dubai.
Let Frank go first.
For Dubai, with the netizens, one of our friends was there the other day. So, he's representing the Hustler Nation. So, again, I don't want my statement to put me in trouble. Yes, but you know where I'm going.
Sijajua. Ukisikia tu Dubai.
Dubai.
Let him answer. And then
Okay,
I'll
what
wait.
I know, we got a visa ban or something of the sort. And we know the DP who was there, so we don't know what he did there. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yes.
My take on Dubai will be, every time I hear Dubai, what comes to mind is a destination, a tourist destination, and the top on the tourist destination is a desert safari.
Right?
But again, as he has mentioned, DP was there and he visited the Nasret restaurant and the Salt Bay.
Yes.
So again, Dubai Salt Bay.
Okay.
I hope you're sanitizing.
Umetaja
Pass the
mambo.
sanitizer.
We need now masks here.
Somebody has just coughed
Mumeniroga.
and is our executive producer.
Yes,
so let us sanitize.
yes.
We are sanitizing.
Very important.
We are
Very
sanitizing.
very important.
Sanitize,
Okay, thank you.
sanitize, please. Sanitize.
Hey, ni nyingi. Wait.
Just sanitize.
Nigawe wapi?
Gawa executive producer. hapo
Tukiendelea
chini. Subaru, that's interesting. 25-year-olds. 25-year-olds engineers love Subarus.
Wanapenda.
That's the car they all
Mimi
want to have.
Hata kama ni COVID.
Osha paka huku.
Huku ndio
Huko ndio
no
umechini.
problem.
Yes.
Frank Subaru.
With Subaru, the other day we were coming from a certain place with friends. And-
Umesanitize. Imetosha kaka.
We were coming from a certain place with some friends, and one of the cars behind us, it was a Subaru, and I came to realize everybody who is owning a Subaru, they have got this rush. They have got
Speed machine.
They are speed guys. No, but as in, yani they wako tu na speed fulani hatujui wanakimbilia wapi. All Subaru guys.
Young and fast.
Yes.
See, Fast and Furious.
Exact. Fast. Young, fast and furious.
Yeah. Whether hata kama ni mzee ako na Subaru.
Inaenda.
You are like, boss, so ungeenda jana basi. Yeah, so that's what comes in mind.
Okay. Subaru.
Yes.
Okay. Mimi nikisikia Subaru, Safari Rally.
You are the people of Njiru. Is it called Njiru?
Patrick
Njiru.
Yes.
Wakati wa TV ni VOK.
Yes, black and white.
Na hiyo
Silver
board.
board.
Subaru ndio imewin.
Sanyo.
Subaru ndio inawin. Ukinitajia Subaru nakumbuka tu Safari Rally.
I can now guess your age.
Kama 50.
Let's continue. Just
The next word. Bridget Achieng.
Bridget Achieng, Knifest.
Knifest.
Yeah, she's the organizer of Knifest, and unfortunately, one young adult lost her life during the second edition of Knifest. So it's very sad, but it is what it is.
Is she the lady who was doing Nairobi Diaries?
Yes, at some point. At some point, yes.
Okay. Allow me to reserve my comments.
So you know people.
Yeah, and yeah. So
reserved comments are also comments.
Yes. So
he has already commented.
Na pia kuna kadem kametoa ngoma. I don't do a damn.
This is a surprise. I didn't think you would know such vibes.
anyway, tutoke hapa.
You are indeed going against the topic of today. He's going against the current. If you know, you know. Those on live stream, Saisi mwenyewe. Let's continue.
2022 nafungia hapa.
2022.
2022
Elections in Kenya.
Okay.
Yeah. And I hear 2022 elections in Kenya.
For me, 2022, it's a game changer. First of all, we are going to see a wave of young people coming into leadership. Whether of people, of young guys, you know. It will be, a lot of seats will be replaced by very young people. It doesn't mean the presidential seat or anything. From MCA to, it's I think we are in a place as a country, young people have discovered themselves. They know their struggles and kinda they know now what to do. Yes.
So we're going to see a force, a young force.
A young force.
Okay.
Young,
Yes.
young
And vibrant.
Young and effective, or
Yes.
just young and going to fall into the establishment.
Okay.
Yes. It's going to be a game changer in the political landscape in
Tucheze
Kenya.
chini ya maji.
I don't know what you mean kucheza chini ya maji. Let's wait and see.
Alright.
So, yeah.
Awesome.
Mmenielemisha.
That was quite a segment.
It
That
was.
was quite a segment.
So, going against the current, what comes to your mind, Bwana Vitit?
Going against the current as our theme for this live stream is an interesting one to begin with, and I think after our sabbatical last week, it couldn't have come better that we have this conversation. Immediately I hear that topic, it elicits in my mind the fact that you can always opt to go against the norm and pick on a path that is crowded with grass and leave a trail. So for me, it is a frontier kind of direction, a pioneer kind of move. The people who have always initiated change in society, all of them went against the grain. So I think this is a timely theme, is a timely topic, and I believe after we've shared, we are all going to be uplifted. We are not going to remain the same.
Okay.
Yes. So I think it's at this point where we can invite questions and perspectives and tell us where you're watching us from in this particular live stream.
Nimekuimbia yako kasongo sijui sana, but huyo dem alienda US kuhustle.
Yes.
Na aka end up in jail.
I heard the story.
So from jail alikuja back home. Akiwa hana hata, alisema alikuja naked,
She was
hana
deported.
do, hana nguo.
Yeah.
Yes. Deportation.
Lakini muhimu alikuwa amefika home.
Kabisa.
But alipofika tu akatoa ngoma. Lazima akona do sahi.
We can't tell, but she's known now.
She's now known.
That's why we are even having this discussion on One Cafe.
The other guy nimeona ameamua kwenda against. Nitakwambia baadaye. Frank, what's your take on going against the current?
For me, it's that point where, as an individual, you discover, unless you want to be the change, or unless you want to change, you should not go with the masses.
You shouldn't.
You should never go with the masses. There's nothing new in the masses. The game changers, the people we call, the people we admire today, and we are using them as a case study of success. Why are we using them as a case study of success? They decided to go the opposite direction. Okay. They decided to be called mad people. You see, right now for me, if you call me mad, I've got no problem, because it's the mad people who change the world.
I'll actually, if you may allow me to jump in, I think this is a great conversation Frank is bringing. All frontiers, at some point, they were seen or they were deemed, quote unquote, mad, because what they were proposing was against what society was used to.
Sure.
It is documented in the memoirs of Henry Ford, the pioneer of the Ford Motor Company. Back in 1894, if he had asked the people at that time, what would you rather have? They will tell him, we want faster horses,
Yes.
not a motor vehicle. So he was able to be mad enough to realize right now people do not need faster horses and chariots. They need a motor-driven kind of combustion engine, which he brought to the world. And truth be told, those cars did not sell for quite some time because people felt this is something new, it's something strange, we needed faster horses. Now you're giving, in fact, they were not calling it a car, they were calling it a contraption. Today, decades, and not even decades, centuries after Ford passed on, or after the first Ford car was created, we still have the Ford Motor Company creating very, very good automobiles. If he did not have the resilience of going against the grain and feel that the time for a motor-driven engine is here and it's not a time for horses, we will still have stagnated.
Unajua ile gari ilikuwa inaitwa Ford Escort.
Nilikuwa naijua paka leo.
Iliwahi kubeba?
Haikuwa inibeba.
Niliwahi ibebwa na no problem. There's this kama mambo na trends, you know, like neno linatokea tu na tunaruka nalo.
Yes.
Sasa nasikia kuna kuomoka, mimi sijui ni nini hiyo, sijui inatoka wapi. Are we okay?
I'll jump in and say trends are good and a society cannot live without trends.
Cool.
But you should not be swallowed with the trend. You should be able to look at, fine, this is what is happening. And as much as this is what is happening, what can I do to be different in this trend? Because if all of us are going to move in the same direction, how will you stand out? And the only time you stand out, that's when you'll be visible. But if everybody is going in this right direction and you are also going into that, you are flowing with the trend. Remember the time when all Kenyans were trying to do the quail business, the quail eggs. What happened?
Nafikiri Frank anajua sana mambo ya business trends.
Tunakuja hapo, is a business strategist. I'm just sharing this.
Yes.
Right now, the current trend in the financial market is cryptocurrency. Everybody is talking about cryptocurrency. And even people are investing in cryptocurrency. Some without looking at the pros and the cons because it is trendy. Oh, Saisi, are you on cryptocurrency? Do you have a crypto account? It's a trend, but is it worth it? Do we need it? Do I need it? Does Frank need it?
Bitcoin ikapotea.
Bitcoin is still there, but now it has been overshadowed by the cryptocurrency.
Alright.
It is a trend. Do I want to be part of it? I might not answer it in this show, but what I believe is standing out is key.
Okay.
For me, when you talk about trends, allow me to bring in a different.
Sawa.
When you talk about fashion, as far as the clothing line is concerned,
clothing line.
do you know while you are rushing to buy a certain brand, maybe polo t-shirt, you are buying, but there's somebody else who is being paid to wear those t-shirts?
We are spending money.
You are spending money, you want to go with the trend.
Na kuna
But there's somebody else who is being paid.
na pewe ya bure.
Na hapatiwa ya bure. I want to be on the other side.
Why?
I want to be the guy who is starting the trending thing.
Perfect. I agree with that.
I want to be the guy on the other end.
Be the
who is,
initiator.
yes. And remember, by the time you are rushing for this fashion, the thing that is trending, the people who started that trend, they are no longer there.
Walisonga.
They are wameenda kutafuta trend ingine.
He's very right, by the way, and I totally agree with him because the other trend that has been around this COVID time was the crowd.
Yes.
the crowd trend, register on crowd, get an
Yes.
account, invite a lot of other people.
Yes.
It didn't even take months. People were swindled of their money simply because a friend shared, get into the crowd, you did a Zoom meeting, you explained that this company is in South Africa, it is in Sweden, then boom, you start an account, you put in some 15,000 and you have been given a very rosy story of reaping benefits within short time. Before you realize your 15K is gone, your 50,000 is swallowed, your 200,000 is swallowed because you are fitting on the trend. As Angolio, as Frank has said, when you choose to be the trend setter,
Exactly.
that's a different
Yes.
ball game. And I think that's the first thing that we all need to embrace. Yes, you want those beautiful braids as a lady. You want those Peruvian weaves. Why can't you be the one to design the trend and not to buy,
Yes.
to be the consumer? I agree with Frank 101. Let us think. And I think this is a case of us revolutionizing our thinking. We are embracing all these social media and we love them. But it is high time for us to be the innovators, the same way as Kenyans we are proud of the M-Pesa because we took M-Pesa to the world. Now, somebody might argue, there's a big thing, I'm not in IT and stuff. In your local area, I believe, and this is a challenge even to the three of us in this live stream. As One Cafe say, you listen, you learn, and leave. Now, if you have been listening, perhaps you have not been learning. So the key thing now is we're supposed to embrace the learning. And one of the key factors in going against the grain in this current dispensation is unlearning and relearning.
Unlearning and relearning.
And relearning.
So unlearning means
Leaving
doing away with the old.
With the old mentality, so that we shift it to a new dispensation where we can be the trendsetters Frank is talking about.
Let me give you an example.
Personally.
Right now, people, YouTube is the new thing.
True.
Every new guys, it's the new norm. You're getting?
Yeah.
But believe you me, right now we have got people who are now ahead of, because now it's, YouTube right now is operating like when you go, let's use an example of pirates. The day it will now be open, like people are now free. The people, inafika pali pirates who inajata huwezi pita.
Kabisa.
Do you know why those people are so crowded there? They don't know how to swim.
Oh, they can't move.
They can't go to the deep sea.
Oh.
They don't have the capacity to go to the deep sea.
So unataka kusema mimi ni
And
mmoja wao.
I've not said that. You
Why are
get
you
me?
pointing a finger to yourself? Why are you pointing a finger
What
to
I'm just
yourself?
trying to say, what I'm just trying to
Unajua hata
say,
mimi huenda pirate.
is true. What I'm just trying to say,
Yeah.
the game changers,
Yes.
the guys who are setting the trends, you'll never find them at the show.
Wako deep.
Wako deep sea. And you know what usually happens at the deep sea? If you find there another person, it means it's another guy, another great guy like you. So you, in fact, at the show, what is happening at the show, it's competition. Deep sea, it's collaboration.
Wow.
Collab.
Is it making sense?
Yeah, Kofi na
Yes.
Diamond.
Right now, a lot of people, somebody is coming up with a family YouTube thing, mwingine anakuja na biashara.
Watu walitoka hapo.
So people, personally, I'm not doing YouTube. Yes, you'll argue with me. A lot of people will disagree with me. They are saying, but we are getting money. But the question is, for how long? You're getting. Don't be okay with YouTube. Don't just think uko YouTube and na ufike hapo. Now think beyond YouTube. There's another new norm that is coming. So it is you to realize.
He has brought a very valid discourse in this discussion. For example, we live, of course, on One Cafe right now, we are streaming live on
Yes.
YouTube. We're also streaming
Yes.
streaming live on Facebook. The key thing is, why are we on this platform?
Yes.
As he has mentioned, our thought and our strategy will be, we are on this platform for this end result. Because if we don't have that end result, you will be just like that other channel.
Yes.
And we are on One Cafe now. both on YouTube and Facebook. Of course, YouTube is the new media. We have the IGTV, that is the Instagram TV as well, and they are all getting popularity. But I love what Frank has brought, and I think as it's part of actually going against the grain. I think we call it the blue ocean strategy.
Yes.
Because as he has shared, once you meet other colleagues in the deep sea, then you will collaborate.
Yes.
If you're out of gas, the oxygen gas, I'll give it to you.
Yes.
Because we are even very few.
Yes.
So for us to survive in that kind of isolated place, we need to collaborate.
Yes.
And that is why you see, allow me to be ambitious here. Billionaires have a club, the Billionaires Club. And even, let's say you are doing your revenues in maybe hundreds of millions. These are people who meet in exclusive places because these are places which are not crowded. Why? Because they are pioneers. They are people who chose to go against the grain.
Wanaweza hata meet kwa space.
Exactly.
Virgin Atlantic is taking people on tours in the space. That is a business that is not competitive because not many organizations can have spaceships. But before this thought leaves my head, let's look at, and I'll still want to use YouTube, the new media.
Yeah.
And
Kuna hata mixer, unajua kuna ingine inaitwa mixer. Apart from Facebook.
apart from Facebook, I've just had it right now.
Kuna Twitch.
They are coming up every day.
No,
That's why you are saying.
example.
That's why you said, and I agree. Going against the grain means looking beyond what is already available. As much as the YouTube space, the Instagram space, the TikTok, and the ones you mentioned will be here for a long run, we'll still have improved versions on it. Allow me use the example of Edgar Obari, the tea master.
Yes.
I think Edgar revolutionized how Insta stories work. When he started giving out promo chances, and he will place them on his Insta, what did I even
Account
say?
or something.
On his Insta
account,
stories.
yes.
You see, Insta stories give you an ability to share 100 stories a day. And he will translate these 100 stories into 100 adverts. And he will charge 1,000. When he started out, quote unquote, other influencers started saying, Edgar is too cheap. How can I use my handles to charge only 1,000 bob?
Kumbe amepiga.
He launched into the blue ocean. Nobody was doing that at that time. He took it up, and today, almost every influencer he's advertising on Instagram stories. But who set the pace? So your guess is as good as mine on who is making most revenue on Insta adverts.
You know, it's like, allow me to use the field we are in, the consultants industry. Right now, people think consultants is easy when they see you speaking. So we have got a lot of consultants within, many consultants. But what will differentiate you, when I was starting this thing, I've worked under mentors. And right now, I know several red cards of different guys who are the who is who. And one of my mentors told me, now this field is like almost becoming, it's crowded.
Inaja.
Yes.
Yani gari inaja.
So what I've decided, I'm going to bill my clients a leg and an arm. This guy per hour is charging you like $3,000
Wow.
per hour to just come and speak. You will start asking yourself, kwani anakuja kutuambia nini? Now that is the difference.
Yeah, I saw a tweet.
Now that is the difference.
Yes.
That is what now is differentiating him from the trend.
Kabisa. Nimeona tweet.
Yes.
Kwamba there was a problem with a ship engine. Then they called in engineers, they could not sort the problem.
Yes.
So they called in one guy who came and inspected the engine thoroughly.
And
Okay?
Yes.
Then he just went back to his tools and
Hammer?
took only a hammer
Exactly.
and came and hit at one
Yes.
particular place several
Yes.
times.
Yes.
And
the
problem
engine
was-
latched to life.
Yes.
So he asked for some good amount of money, $30,000
Dollars or something, yeah.
3 million.
Okay, so
Actually,
the
3.1 right
actually
now.
most accountants hata Kenya wako.
Yes.
Ai, kwani amefanya nini?
Exactly.
Can you
So-
itemize?
Kwani, yeah.
So the guy was very open and said kugonga na hammer ni only $2.
Yes.
But
Hiyo
the
ni
big
200,
deal,
sio? But kugonga, kujua mahali pa kugonga ndo ilikuwa hiyo
Exactly.
hiyo balance.
I
Yes.
totally agree, man.
Yes.
I totally agree.
Yes.
What?
So we are in the same thing, but it's you now to discover your weakness, put a premium on it, then
So are you suggesting
Yes.
kuna like a word comes out and this word is trending and everybody's running with it? And
Yes.
like the other week I read in papers the Queen has not suspended,
Banned.
I'm a ban.
some words you can't use
Totally.
while uko kwa hiyo compound.
Yes.
Kama dad huwezi tumia.
Yes.
Does it mean we are going to see a change of, because she's the mother of English?
Yes.
Sure.
Are we going to see some English words being scrapped off?
Yes.
I beg to differ. Some of these English words won't be scrapped off. They'll only be used in particular quarters.
Yeah.
Just like she has done, these words have not been removed from the Queen's language. They have only been banned from use
Yes.
within the palace.
Yes. Yes.
So within the palace precincts, you don't use.
Yes.
Out of the palace, in your house, you can still talk of sofa sets instead of, you can still talk of coaches instead of sofa sets. Yes. Now, you brought a good sharing right there, and even Frank weighed in on choosing to be different and approaching it that way. Truth be told, we won't sit on this live stream and mince our words. We are not going to invent the wheel. The wheel was already invented.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the key thing is, how differently are you going to do the craft you are in? Take, for example, the M-Pesa business. How many people are doing the M-Pesa? Uncountable. If you go to Safaricom and look at the agents who are doing the M-Pesa, it's uncountable. How many people have boutiques?
A lot.
So many. How many people are running small restaurants in estates? So many. Question is, how different will you be from the rest? We noted when Kosewe started, many other restaurants replicated that same model and started offering African dishes, African design. That's not for us to answer. Our focus is on going against the grain.
Yes.
So it's for us to look at. I share the same industry with Frank. We are both into consultancy, personal development. Is into business strategist, which is a beautiful thing. How many business strategies are in this country? There are many.
There are many.
But it's for him to decide, this is the approach I will use. After studying the market and looking at what are the gaps and how can I fill them.
Yeah.
You get me?
I get
So
you.
all of us have to look at innovative ways to do things that will make us
Yes.
stand out. You are into the film industry. How many filmmakers are there in this country? Many.
Yes.
A lot.
It's how you do your film business that will matter. As a personal development management trainer, how do I conduct my craft? I have to be very particular on that significance that I can only bring. I call it the VTT touch. What is the VTT touch? If you will lose your touch, then you become like the rest of the group. And you cannot command top dollar. In our industry, and he's aware, currently in Africa, it is Vusi Thembekwayo, the South African
VT.
VT, is actually called VT. I think he's one of my mentors. That's why I was easy to coin VTT around it. Vusi commands top dollar to come and speak to your organization for an hour. My friend, the rate card is huge. but he has been in this country 3 times doing doing half-day events. It's only that I cannot expose the...
How many hours when you say half day?
Half day is 4 hours.
Unajua kwa wengine half day.
Is it 4 hours?
No, it's 3 hours.
It's actually
then 30
3
minutes
hours
for question and answer.
For question and answer.
Yes.
Do you know for other people ukisema half day?
Yes.
Ni saa 6 mpaka saa 12.
No.
Yeye ni 3 hours,
Yes.
then 30 minutes for questions.
And within the 3 hours, kuna breaks. Like tea break and...
Yeah, there are breaks.
Yeah.
Ona zile za...
So ideally,
Yes,
he will be actively engaging the audience for 1 hour.
Yes.
And another 1 hour.
So 2 hours.
And that's a half day.
Yes.
And before he flies from South Africa or wherever in the world he will be, you have already paid almost the entire amount, and it comes with it's called a rider. So there are those rates. You will pay the professional fee, then the rider comes on the type of hotel he has to be in, the kind of chaperone and entourage that will pick him from the airport and all that. And people pay. Organizations pay. Why? He chose to go against the grain, and today he's one of the most sought out.
Maybe like ni nini aliwahi fanya ile watu wafanye.
For me, I've followed him closely. His journey began with him being the best public speaker in a contest in South Africa. And this he attained at the age of 19.
19.
Yes.
Okay.
Of course, the rest is the blue ocean strategy that he picked. He chose to do his speaking business differently from how most of the South Africans were trading back in the days. Today, he's a venture capitalist. He's a venture capitalist. So, sharing this, and for us on this particular platform, and for our live stream audience, ladies and gentlemen, I want to submit to all of us that we need to be innovative in how we are doing whatever we are doing. You could just be a painter.
Ni sawa.
But how are you doing your painting?
If you break down hiyo kitu nasema innovative.
Very well.
That's just like a story.
It's a blanket.
Yes, it is.
Let me break it down as best as I could.
By the way, utakuwa umetusort.
Yes. Here you are, and you are running a restaurant.
Yes.
Almost every restaurant sells chapati dondo.
Right?
That is chapati and beans.
Yes.
What will make your chapati and beans stand out is, one, the quality has to be above board. The quality of that chapati and the quality of that beans in terms of cooking it has to be totally different.
Yeah.
Then the rider comes on, what difference will you add? I visited a quote-unquote Ugandan restaurant. For every meal you will request, there's a side dish
Viazi tamu.
that will come with it.
Nanjugu.
Nanjugu, grounded, stewed groundnuts that will not be part of the pay. Of course, it's not that it's not part of the pay. You will pay it, but umeilipia kwa ile main meal, but it will come in as a side dish. So, you see, I want to go back to that restaurant, which there's a side dish that quote-unquote is not included in my charge.
Okay.
That is going against the grain. So you are getting more than what you ordered. I'm just giving an example.
Frank,
yes.
There are these things that someone can follow, some steps that someone can follow,
yes,
to go against the current.
Yes.
If you were to advise by beginning number 1, ni nini precautions gani someone can take to go against the current?
Allow me to use the Bible,
yes,
as an example.
No problem.
There's the story of Samuel and Eli. Forgotten the chapter, but it's Samuel used to sleep and stay in church.
Yes.
One day, God came and called Samuel. Samuel woke up and went to Eli the priest. thinking he's the one who has called him the first time. Eli was like, no, go back to sleep. The second time God called this guy, again he went back to Eli. He was like, no. The third time, Eli discovered
God is talking.
God is talking. And listen to what he told Samuel. When you hear that voice, depending on the version you are reading, say, I'm here, speak to me. Now, when you go back, Samuel was sleeping in church.
Yes.
He was within it's like if you believe God is in church, Samuel was there.
Within the
environment where God is. Exactly.
But
he could not understand the language of God. It took the initiative of Eli,
an elder,
to interpret that language.
Good.
Every level in life has got its own language. You need an Eli in your life to interpret the language of your next level. What am I saying? You need a mentor. A mentor for me, and where I come from, a mentor is somebody whose past is your future.
True.
You're getting? So you need somebody to define for you
your future.
Yes. Right now you are charging as a consultant Kenya shillings.
Yes.
If you want to adapt the Blue Ocean strategy, you need to be under the mentorship of somebody who is charging dollars so that you can understand the dynamics of forex exchange. Bwana Yesu asifiwe.
Amina.
Very profound.
Yes.
Too profound.
Wajua historia ya Eli. If we put it in business.
Yes.
Eli ni mtu alikuwa amefika.
Yes.
Biashara yake alikuwa peak.
Yes.
In fact, according to how the Bible describes this guy,
yes,
alikuwa amekula nyama ya pale mpaka shingo ni excess. You know, ameshiba.
Yes.
Alikuwa amefika mwisho.
Yes.
But here comes Eli, a new dispensation in this field. But uzuri Eli hakuwa mchoyo, alimwambia.
It's true.
Na akamwambia usiogope.
Yes.
Alright? Nimekuwa driver kwa jungle. They used to call us jungle drivers. That is what these tour drivers are called.
Yes, jungle drivers.
Yes. If you meet an older driver, actually the first caution you are given if you are new, don't ask for directions from an older driver.
Reason being?
Anaona kama you are a threat.
Yes.
Okay.
Ask for someone ambao unaona huyu si mzee sana. It used to work.
Yes.
Now in the jungle, you need someone to hold your hand.
True.
Yes.
In that case, not Eli. But in a case where Eli tu ndio yuko kama Samuel.
And this is the point.
Yes.
When I talk about mentors, where a lot of young guys go wrong, you don't need to meet your mentor one-on-one.
Sure. Totally true.
There is somebody, you see the problems you're having right now? There's somebody, nothing is new under the sun. There's somebody who was in the same problem and decided to document his life.
Correct.
So the answer to your problems is somewhere on a shelf or in a shelf.
True.
You're getting? The moment you some of us, we have been inspired by people like Richard Branson, Robert Kiyosaki. We have never met them. And the probability of not meeting them is very high. You're getting? Vusi Tembekwayo. But those principles, this book of the Babylon something, I've forgotten, but all these books, probability of you meeting the authors, some are dead. Right now we are reading the autobiography of people like Steve Jobs.
True.
Na zinatusaidia because we have got some things in life, it's all about principles and laws. And that is why we have got some laws in the Bible. They work for people who are saved and who are not saved. You're getting? So whether this person was a Muslim or the principles, the dynamics, they are the same. Just follow them and respect the process.
Frank has brought a noble thought on the laws and principles, because when you look at the laws and principles apply,
yes,
they do not discriminate. You remove a seedling from the soil, it will die.
Yes.
It's just a principle. Whether you pray for it or you do fasting for it, it will not change that situation. And while he was sharing, this thought came to mind. not all famous men are great, but all great men are famous.
Kwa Kiswahili?
Sio watu wote wanaojulikana walikuwa ni watu wenye substance. Hii substance. Walikuwa ni watu wenye yani wenye wababe ama wenye watu ambao walifanya mambo ya kubadilisha maisha ya watu iwe bora.
Correct.
Lakini hakuna mtu aliyefanya makubwa ya uzuri ambaye hajulikani.
Sio wote wanajulikana walifanya makubwa.
Exactly. Not all famous men are great. Some people are known for bad things.
Yes.
You are famous,
Kama Osama, you go famous.
Famous, but for bad things. Yeah. But there's no great man who is not famous. And most of these great men, they didn't do these things to be known. Somebody like Einstein was not bringing all these new discoveries for him to be famous.
No.
He just wanted to make life better. Today, in our little ways, we can choose to do things that will leave a mark in society. Correct. And that way, we are going to have gone against the norm to leave that footprint. So for us to leave these footprints, we must be able to challenge our everyday routines and activities and critique. And after critiquing, going to the next level and acting upon those gaps. One of the challenges we have in this country and in many industries is people not wanting to go the extra mile in whatever craft they are in. The other day, this Cafe Point were doing a promotion.
Yes.
Where they were inviting artists to come with their pieces of art and exhibit them in their spaces for free. Okay. Of course, there was a lot of uproar on Twitter and everything that exposure alone does not pay bills. True, exposure doesn't pay bills. Yes. But I had a discussion with a certain artist friend. We'll be checking the comments soon. I can see Videli is logged in, Doreen logged in, Sianti logged in. We'll be taking those comments shortly. Yes. And what this artist told me, Vincent, I think it is criminal for people to give a blanket condemnation to the fact that exposure doesn't pay bills. Yes, it doesn't. But if you're smart, it will. He has talked about mentors. What mentors do for us is to help you avoid the pitfalls that potentially could get into you and open your eyes to the possibilities that exist because they've already done that path that you're currently in. Yep. And this lady told me through this opportunity, she managed to have some of her art pieces going to Egypt. Of course, with that, the dollars came. Purchases were made. Yes. She was invited for an exhibition in one of the art galleries in Egypt. But another artist saw this as another cliche thing of exposure not paying bills. What's my point? Anybody who goes against the grain must have the attitude of abundance. That the abundance shift. Meaning, I'm doing this, it has not been done before. It might not be popular in society, but I know this will work. Someday. And go with it with resilience, patience, and give it 101%. It will work.
Correct.
It has always done.
Papa amesema number one, mentorship.
Yes.
If we were to go against
the grain.
Yes. Let me give you a very good example. And allow me to use the church setup. I've been brought up in church, courtesy of Bru Friends Church.
Oh, you've been brought up in church?
In church.
Then?
I'm still in church.
Oh,
yes. I'm still in church.
No, I thought maybe Kokama Joey alikuwa
No. I'm the guy who used to do
church.
Yeah. Yes. and this one I'm talking with a lot of respect. It's not that I'm a millionaire or anything. Me I'm you guys know my story. It's like I'm starting life afresh. You have seen praise and worship leaders. I know you know some people when they pick the mic and they start singing, the heavens come down.
Sure.
They are the people who say silver and gold belongs to God. But when you look at their life is not compatible with the person they are saying, silver and gold belongs to God. Why? They know all the Bible verses, they know everything. But because they lack spiritual intelligence, nothing is working in their life. For you to understand those dynamics, you need to operate under a mentor. You get it? I'm just giving you... Yes. You need to operate under a mentor. You need somebody to teach you the language. I've written a book, it will be soon. It will be out soon. And I've spoken about overcoming the language of your past. Meaning, the language you are speaking yesterday, it will not work in today's dynamics. The things have changed. The strategies, the business strategies you applied before COVID, right now they are completely irrelevant.
Totally true.
You have to go back to your why.
Even the strategy that you're putting in during the COVID period,
they're different.
They will not work after COVID. You're getting? But you need somebody to guide you. You need, but again, the problem with the people of my age, and that is why a lot of people who have already made it, they fear mentoring people, you know, because one, I bring you on board. Kesho utaanza kusema Frank ananitumia vibaya. Frank, not knowing every leader starts from the servant quarters.
Rightfully so.
You're getting?
I'm getting.
Yeah? Some of us, I've had mentors in the consultants. Ndo nilikuwa msewa ku projector, laptop, kupeleka bag kwa gari. I was that guy. But in the process, and most of these things I used to do free of charge. I was not pro bono. You getting? But in the process, I was building my craft. I was building my craft. But today you bring somebody on board, tomorrow he or she has opened the same company, the same services. Now you're like, yes. And do you know, when you were just talking, do you know why this thing is called, it's trending? Because we have got a lot of copy-pasting. Oh. So it's trending. It's so all over.
I see something trending,
yes. You copy-paste, so it's all over.
Yeah.
And that's why we have said, if you copy-paste, you will soon hit a curveball.
Yeah.
And you will not know how to maneuver. Hence, to just add on to the discourse, apart from having mentors, I think I mentioned this, I just want to take it home. The principle of unlearning what is not working and relearning what works will make you move against the grain.
Yes.
Because if you don't get that dynamic right, you will go copy-paste this business idea, put it
kwa vile VTT uko kwa live stream hata mimi nianzie
put it in action, then because you don't have the full model plan of what this business is all about, immediately you will hit a curveball dead on arrival.
Yes.
Wow.
So to avoid being dead on arrival, unlearn that which is not working, relearn that is which working, and then pursue that. And pursue it relentless. Remember, the dream, the goals, the visions, they are free.
Free of charge.
They are free of charge. But the journey isn't. That hustle will not come for free.
VTT.
Yes.
Umenotice time umekimbia?
Almost an hour, my friend.
Chukua tu hizi comment tatu, then
Videdi, we bless you and celebrate you, brother. Big up my big bros. Say hi to Frank Angolio ndani ya nyumba. He is now Frank Lamston Talks. That's the new kid on the block. Following Kinley from Vita. Big up Videdi. We celebrate you. Doreen, as usual, following. Love today's topic. Let's talk business. Our business strategy is right here. Sianti, I love this. Beautiful. Let's keep them coming. Let's keep sharing where we are watching from. You are following us. Gives us a lot of strength because these conversations are for all of us.
Yeah.
So that we can grow together.
Yeah.
And as usual, listen, learn,
and live. Tuende nalo ama tuachie hapo. We are still getting some ama strategies ama mbinu mubadala za kusonga kwa kwenda against the current. Hapo Kiswahili kitanipiga chini.
Yes.
Going against the current.
So for me, I had already said the issue of mentors. Look for somebody to and I've used biblical perspective. Then consistency. A day is coming. Everybody, as in things will not work out in your life, and it will be like proving the people who are saying this thing is not going to work, they were right. A day is coming, you will be lonely. People will leave you. They will go. Utakumbuka, they were like, Saisi was right. This thing is not working.
Okay.
You're getting? But just continue pushing, and continue preparing. A day is coming. As in they say, continue pushing on the ground and building castles on the air. A day is coming, an opportunity will meet your preparation and the castle in the air will come into reality.
Okay.
A day is coming. Because if you say, for example, umefungua kibanda, kesho unaona haifanyi umefungua kitu ingine. My friend, by the time you are 50, utakuwa umefungua vitu ngapi?
Somebody told me ngoja Frank.
Yes.
Mtu aliniambia ukifungua kibanda ya kuuza samaki, hiyo biashara ianguke.
Yes.
Sio wewe umeanguka, ni biashara ya samaki. Fungua ya tomato. Ya tomato ikianguka si wewe.
Now
fungua ya nyama.
I think it's not purpose that is driving. It's not purpose that is driving you. Do you know why you are getting tired? You're chasing money. Why should you chase money?
What should I chase then?
Chase purpose, as in work on your purpose, and money will come.
Oh.
And I want to weigh in on this.
Yes.
Growing up, and even today, there's this English analogy that do not put your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
I'm of a different school of thought, and it's still on going against the grain. I'm that one person who believes in putting all your eggs in one basket, but shelter the eggs in something unbreakable, and then give your all. And 100%. I get this philosophy as a historian. I'm an ardent student of history. Napoleon Bonaparte, in his conquest towards Moscow, immediately they had crossed the ocean, he burnt all the ships, and he gave address to his military men and told them, gentlemen, there is no going back.
Yeah, and we are in it.
We are not going back. We are pitching camp at these shores, and we have to defeat our enemies. And out of that, they realize they only have one option.
To fight.
To win, and they won. Many times we are not able to go against the grain because we have a lot of options. Oh, if this doesn't work, I have this fallback plan. Trust me, you will fall.
Okay.
But where you know I don't have a fallback plan, all my eggs are in this basket, my friend, I'll protect it with my life. It has to work because that's the only it. Because today you take this glass. There's almost 3/4 amount of water. You take a pan, pour a little bit, put it on gas. What will happen? It will evaporate after a little time. Then before you realize it, all the water you had has been evaporated. So my philosophy is pour all this water on that pan. It will boil.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that will be my parting shot. Give it your all.
You are not a good person.
Give it your all. This business of unamwaga kitoko, unaangalia. You pump in 20,000, you look at it. 30,000. If you have 100,000 and you want to put in a business, put all of it there and work on it with everything you got.
Bro, I like that.
It will work. It will work.
I'm a changed person.
Amen.
There's something we train called business strategy, business business strategy, business model and strategy review. The business is still there. What we are changing is the model.
Yes. Okay. Adopting a model that works.
That works in the environment that you are in.
I like that.
Lampstand is still there. What we are changing is just the model, but the why lampstand, why we opened lampstand is not changing.
Okay.
What we are changing is the model, and that is what we are teaching companies. We are training companies. Yes, the model that was working for you before COVID, right now is not. Let's work on the model and the strategy. It's not like sasa tunaruka kuuza tomato. No, we are still in the business, but we are just changing the model.
Okay, so hapo ndo yule jamaa akisema kama tomato haifanyi uza kitunguu. But wewe ni wewe, you are not changing.
You are not changing, you are still there.
Okay.
Yeah, nile sasa hizi tomato utaanza kureduce tomato polepole na unaleta vitunguu. It's not like now you close shop, you move to another country. It doesn't work that way. Yeah.
So tuseme don't change the company.
The why.
The why. I like the way you put it.
Don't change the why.
The why.
The why.
The why.
Your why.
Why did I
start?
Yes.
Why did I begin?
Yes. A Mercedes-Benz remains to be a Mercedes-Benz. The why. The things that are changing just to improve the Benz.
And you know, if the why is ever there, because that's the irreducible minimum, it's a constant.
Yes.
There will be other variables.
Yes.
Okay. But that remains
It
as
remains.
a constant.
Yeah.
You know, as we are saying, once your why is so strong, you get convicted. And in those cold nights, when you are beating a path which others haven't envisioned, they'll be telling you, but you see huyu kijana yetu yeye aliamua kufanya vitu zake. At that point they call it vitu zake.
Yes.
Your why keeps you going.
Yes.
Your why is the one which will keep it,
Yeah.
but it's me who knows what I want to attain, the kind of impact I want to attain. And ladies and gentlemen, just to add on, you going against the current is get out there to be effective. Don't get out there to make profits. As long as you'll be effective in whatever you do, profits will always come. But if you get out and you want to make profits, then you will lose the profits and the impact. Be motivated by the effectiveness.
Maybe before we go.
Yes, before we go, you know, somebody said, going to church does not make you a Christian.
It's true.
Or going to the mosque does not make you a Muslim. The same way, if you sleep in a garage, you don't wake up a car. So what we need to do is we set ourselves out, as we have outlined here. Pick a mentor if you can. And it's something we are advising. It works. Ensure that you are relearning, you are unlearning, and then you are relearning on a daily basis. Let your why be very strong. Pursue that blue ocean strategy.
So the thing is, why did I
start?
Why am I here?
Here.
Isipotee.
Isipotee.
Okay.
And then
hata kama ni church, hata kama ni kwa
put all your basket, put all your eggs in that basket, shield it, run with it, and it will go well. I'm aware of an event that Lampstand Talks will be hosting, perhaps with your permission as Word Cafe. You could have him share with our viewers. They could easily.
Before I talk about the event, allow me to say this, and to anybody who wants to listen to me. You are in this your journey of trying to be different in the marketplace. So it means you have got a certain dream that you want to achieve. You have got a certain thirst or hunger that you're trying to feed or something. Dreams have got no witnesses. You are the only witness to your dream. Your mother, your girlfriend, your wife, your hubby, the only thing they can say to your dream is amen. You're the only person who is a witness to your dream. Why am I saying this? A time is coming where, while you are on this journey of achieving whatever you want, probability is that you'll remain alone.
Many of the times.
Yes, many of the times. And people will doubt you. People will laugh at you. But don't worry, you will look stupid. It's only stupid people, mad people who change the world. Allow yourself to be stupid. Not just stupid. There's something I call being stupid with purpose. Right. Allow yourself to be stupid with purpose.
Itaiva siku moja.
One day, one time, okay, you will say something I always call making my story for trade. You will one day trade with your story. One day people will pay to listen to your process, to your story. Powerful.
That one I agree.
Yes.
Ayo nimeona.
And again, when you're looking for mentors, a mentor who doesn't have a story, a con person.
Kabisa?
Yes.
Actually nimeona watu wakilipia kusikiza tu ushuhuda wa mtu.
That is it. Right? For me right now, I thank God for what I've undergone. You know? And that is why on 19th, in Nairobi, if you are in Nairobi,
19th of what?
Of December, okay. This I think is 2 weeks from now.
Yes.
Approximately.
A time came in my life I lost everything. And within a blink of an eye, I became irrelevant. Completely. For me, I thank God, God was with me. I thank God. Last year, such a time, I was a nobody. Completely.
Today you are seated on Word Cafe.
Exactly.
I'm telling
I
you.
was a complete nobody. And I told myself, especially for men who are outside there, maybe
like
job Elisha, a lot of things happened, yes, and you don't have anybody to talk to. I'm doing a poster, I think by Tuesday it will be out. We are just creating a platform where you can come share, come vent, come cry. And we are not saying you come and give us your story. I'll share my story. I'll build the environment where you can share your story. And you can just be sure whatever you are going through, you're not alone. Other people like me, we have been there, we have been laughed at, but you know what? Right now, we are smelling like roses. We may not be financially like okay, but it starts with the mind. If mentally you are good, emotionally you are good, don't worry. It's just a matter of time. Your pocket will be compatible with your mind.
Absolutely.
You're getting. It will be only 2,500. I'll be sharing the venue and everything. But if you are interested, just inbox me, Frank Angolio. Watanipata. Just inbox me. Tell me, man, I've gone through stuff. We are going to talk. Other people will come. Whether you are a lady, you are a man, just come.
Open for all.
Yes. And if you know somebody, a brother, a wife, a husband, who has undergone a lot of things, please sponsor that person. Let him come for this event. Yeah, it will be in Nairobi. I'll be sharing the venue. Charges 2,500.
Bas.
Only. Just bring your just bring your mind.
Dollars in 100.
Yeah. Just bring your mind.
Right.
Yeah.
With the $25.
Only. I think, guys, our live stream audience will be having Frank commenting on the comment section, and he will give his details. He will leave his number. I believe it's timely that this conversation continues.
Kevin Shimaka says he's following from Bamburi. Asante Kevo. Kevo asante kwa moral. Dorin Jaga says, guys, we need to do this more. My goodness, I'm inspired. At VTT, I didn't know you are a good businessman.
Doreen. Now you know.
Ruben Karibu Sana is watching us from Doha.
From Doha, Qatar. Yeah. Oh my Jesus.
No, I'm thinking
Word Cafe to the world.
Siku moja tumuweke kwenye hii platform.
We should. Big up Ruben. All the way from Doha, man. This is huge.
We should invite him for his platform live.
True.
I think our time is well spent. Let me just check how. Yeah, we're good.
We're good.
Yeah, we're
awesome.
Good. Imeelekea saa ngapi sasa hii? Saa 11 dakika ngapi hizo?
East African time.
East African time saa 11
5:40.
Oh, 1740, 42. 1742. Yeah.
Thereabout.
We should be able to close. Now, before we just end, Humphrey Saddam.
Yes.
DXB, uko ni
Dubai.
It should be Dubai.
Yes.
Dubs.
Yes.
Karibu sa, naitwa Saddam. Humphrey Saddam. Karibu. God bless you. Keep up the good work, good fight. Ukiwa huko wewe ni ambassador wetu mzuri. So guys, nimechangamka.
Hata mimi.
Nimeelimishwa. And one of the things that I've gotten in my brain is don't forget the why.
Never.
Yes.
Why am I here on earth? Why was I born?
Yes.
Why did I get married?
Yes.
Why did I enter into career ya kuhubiri?
Yes.
Right? Kama ni sadaka basi shauri yako.
Yes.
Kama ni kupeleka watu mbinguni shauri yako.
Yes.
So don't forget the why.
Never.
Never.
I wish to host you again, Bwana Frank.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you,
It has
man.
been real.
Going against the current.
Karen.
Yes.
Buddha. Tumalizia hapa.
Thank you very much. Looking forward to more conversations the coming week. And of course, Frank's event, he will be sharing the poster to all of us. Let's
Actually,
keep the conversation
Frank can go on the same video and
Yeah, sure.
the-
No problem.
All right.
No problem.
God bless you, good people. We love you. See you again. May God give you good health. Na pesa pia. Ama? If you are
Pesa.
in business, may
Yes.
God open new business modules. Ndio mmesema? Ni models.
Yes.
Models.
Si module.
Embrace new models.
Yes,
for the
and
new
strategies.
times.
Yes.
Na module ni nini?
We'll come back with the business strategies
All right.
and
Yes.
we'll delve into that.
Exactly.
There's always another day.
Yeah.
Yes.
God bless you.
Bye. Have a nice week. God bless you. Prosper.
Sawa tu.
Backbenchers.
Don't be afraid to start again. Shanji hata kama tumeenda. God bless you. God bless you in advance.
Milka Kasa pia.
No. Mil Hakasa.
Mama Lao.
God bless you.
Great.
Vile mna sweat hivi, si mtafute hata taulo.